This is a Fox Business Network special report. I'm David Asman. John Stossel has just entered the chamber. He'll be delivering the first ever Stossel State of the Union address. The crowd is excited. Let's listen in.
Thank you. Thank you. President Obama fulfilled his constitutional duty. He gave his report on the State of the Union. Now I want to give you my report on the State of the Union. We're in deep trouble. You know why. Our debt's already $14 trillion, and yet our current spending plans will make that worse. We cannot keep doing this. Those riots in Greece happened when Greece's debt was 115% of their GDP. Our debt will reach that level in just 10 years. But do not despair. If we make reasonable cuts to what government spends, our economy can grow us out of that debt. Cutting our spending won't be so difficult, because under my plan, politicians will have less to do. So what should we get rid of? We start by closing the Federal Department of Education. Education is a local responsibility. It's insane to take money from states only to launder it through Washington and then return it to states. Next, we should close HUD, the Housing Department. We had plenty of housing in America before a department was created. Sadly, HUD has spent billions of your tax dollars creating projects which soon turn into slums that we now spend billions more to blow up. We should blow up the housing department, too. No, I'm wrong. That would be wasteful. It should be sold, made into condos. But let's get government out of the housing business.
In my fantasy, the real Congress would applaud such cuts.
We should eliminate all corporate welfare and all subsidies. Agriculture subsidies, green energy subsidies, ethanol subsidies, subsidies for public broadcasting. None of it's needed, and they have not worked. I propose we sell Amtrak. Taxpayers will save money and riders will get better service. Why is government in the transportation business? Let's have private companies compete to run the trains. And we must finally stop one of the biggest assaults on our freedom and our pocketbook. We must end the war on drugs.
Police search warrant! Don't move! Don't move!
This new video of yet another SWAT team raid is one more demonstration of how our drug war is really a war on our own people. The ends do not justify the means. I know only Congress can repeal the drug laws, but until they do, as president, I will pardon every person convicted of a nonviolent drug crime. Now, the biggest cuts. I know Medicare and Social Security are popular, but they are unsustainable. They are the world's biggest Ponzi schemes. We must privatize Social Security and slowly replace Medicare with vouchers. And that brings me to Obamacare. The only way to cut costs and still have medical innovation is to free the free market. So I propose we repeal Obamacare immediately. And now, military spending. Do you recall what candidate Obama said about the war in Iraq?
I've been against it 2002, 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I will bring this war to an end in 2009. So don't be confused.
But I am confused. This is 2 years past 2009. We still have 48,000 soldiers in Iraq. We shouldn't endanger them by simply cutting their funds, but we must shrink the military's mission to what is truly national defense. That means pulling our soldiers out of Japan, Italy, the dozens of countries where we have troops, more troops in Germany than in Iraq. America cannot and should not try to police the entire world. Those cuts will put America on the road to solvency, but that's not enough. We also need economic growth. But our growth is stalled because millions of pages of regulations make business too fearful to invest. That stack of paperwork is just what federal bureaucrats added just last year. Facing that, entrepreneurs are afraid to invest. They don't know what the rules will be or what their taxes will be. Too many rules kill entrepreneurship. Hector Ricketts joins us here. Please stand up, Mr. Ricketts. He's an entrepreneur. He started a commuter van business that helps thousands of people get where they want to go. His customers love the service.
It's faster, it's cheaper.
I like the vans. When I'm late for work, I always get on time because of the vans.
So the customers are happy, yet there are so many union rules and labor laws and regulations about where his vans can go and who they may pick up. His business is now threatened. We must repeal such destructive laws. I propose the Stossel rule. For every new law passed, we have to repeal 2 old ones.
Okay, I know the real Congress would never applaud that.
We Americans need to return to an America that embraces individual freedom. That means a government that's limited by the Constitution so it protects our shores and our persons, but otherwise stays out of our way. Thank you and good night.